Hello there, I'm Monday. And welcome to the 5 Awesome Clones channel. It's quite new, you know, quite experimental, but I think it's all going to go quite nicely, you know, these things normally do. I have to keep an optimistic mind about these sort of things. So, a little bit of an introduction, I guess, you know, about us. We're clones, as you might have guessed by the title of our channel. That is 5 Awesome Clones. Subscribe if you ain't already. So yeah. So a little bit about us. Well, our creator, it would appear, found a Russian military spec cloning device on eBay. Not many bids on it, from what we can tell, because, well, the instruction manual was in Russian, you know, and it's a bit of a pain to translate. And it was also an IKEA job, you know, do-it-yourself sort of thing. And no one really wants to have to assemble, like, you know, a military spec cloning device in their kitchen, because, you know, it can get a bit messy, really. You know, you're dealing with volatile chemicals and stuff, so it can be dangerous. And he got it for a £5, you know, it was quite good, to be honest, for a cloning machine, I thought. You know, even if it was in Russian and in bits and pieces, even though it had some very good, you know, it came with everything. You know, it had the separate tanks for oxygen, nitrogen, and the phosphorates, and it had the hot plate section for where you get the nucleotidic acid and leave it on simmer for 20 minutes, and it had the Giga microscope, where you know, when the tiny tweezers, you know, for assembling the chromosomes from the core functions, you know, and all that. And it came with a little mini fridge round the back, you know, which ran on liquid nitrogen for keeping your beers cold, which I thought was quite nice. You know, it's not necessary at all. But if you're going to be up all night, you know, splitting chromosomes and, you know, creating new RNA structures, then you really do want a beverage, I would have thought. You know, so that was quite nice. Anyway, he assembled it and jumped in, and we 5 stepped out, and he didn't. We don't really know what happened to him. He might have been vaporized. He might have been sent to another dimension. We're planning on looking for him, to be honest. You know, it's on the list of things to do. But we don't really know where to start. And you know, there's things on TV that, you know, require our attention, but we will get round to it. You know, common courtesy and all. So yeah, that's us. We're elements of this guy who's just gone, and we decided to set up this YouTube, you know, thing, which I think's going to be all right. You know, that's it really. Not much to say, because it's the first one. You know, no questions to answer, no things to do. I mean, we all know each other quite well, being clones. You know, we essentially are each other. But, you know, if you got any questions, don't hesitate, you know, write them in. If you want us to do anything. Well, I say anything, but, you know, there's limits. But, you know, we'll see what we can do. Yeah, send us a note. We'll have a look, and you better, to be honest, because otherwise this channel won't last, well, a week, really. Yeah. But, yeah, so I'll see you next week.
Oh yeah, because this is going on YouTube, Blades.